And welcome back, Cari Powry. So it's confirmed Binders Opoly is going to send Patriot missile systems into Ukraine. Thus, it's going to be manned by NATO troops. I already talked about this yesterday in more details. I'm not going to go into it again. The Times, the London tabloid, has been saying special forces of the NATO since the beginning of this conflict in Ukraine were present. They're the ones who were leading the battalions, all the work of intelligence, targeting Russian military thingy bobs. So practically, they don't want to admit these poor Ukrainian people, civilians, and who are forced to fight in this type of First World War in the trenches. The casualties are high. Even Russia had their losses as well, but not so great as Ukraine's. The Russians knew when a target, military speaking, is worthless to defend, instead of wasting lives of soldiers and equipment, they withdrawed. And obviously, the West say, these people are losing. You got to understand military tactics. It's a typical tactic which they used with Napoleon and Hitler when they wanted to invade Russia. They went back home with the tails in between their legs, with great losses of equipment and men. And the Russians are putting online their Yara ballistic missile system. I think it's an SS-29, yes. Very precise missile. And I think it has a yield of 500,000 kilotons of explosive power. And there was a Russian general, not the Armageddon one. This one was mostly probably saying the Russians haven't got enough conventional weapons. Maybe yes, maybe no. But the Russians in the last 8 years have been stockpiling weapons and ammunition. Seen so far, they kept up with all the supplies which the Ukrainian military got so far from the West, which is probably just 1/3 of what the Russians use. And talk of these missilistic systems, I think from Spain and France should be sending them, I think it'll be next year. Don't know in what month. That's regarding the Patriot systems as well. Problem is, it needs time to calibrate it, set up, and train people. But I don't think the Ukrainians will man these things. There will be NATO troops, special squads. As I said before, they were all behind the attacks on Russian targets. Pipeline, bridging Crimea, and probably behind the killing of that Russian journalist near Moscow. Another type of attacks on the Zaporizhian nuclear power plant, which had been attacked by trained commandos trained by the West, SAS, which were totally destroyed. What is the aim of the West? Regime change, cutting up in little pieces Russia to exploit their resources, because they've got a lot of natural resources, as well as gas and oil. Minerals. Practically, this is a tactic which Americans and NATO have been using in every single conflict in every country I went to. Syria, for example, was the last one, as well as Ukraine. And experts say we are towards the near of nuclear Armageddon. And I don't think they've been using the big bombs. They've been using tactical bombs with a low yield, if something happens. But we're just near to that point, a step more near. And the people got to realise, these Western politicians, they're pushing us to total destruction.